Welcome to the Trading with Venus podcast, where we help you establish strong trading habits, generate consistent profits, and create the lifestyle you desire for yourself and your family. Now your host, Raman Gill.
Welcome to another episode of the Trading with Venus podcast. I'm your host, Raman Gill. A lot of times I will hear comments from people saying trading is gambling, or I'll have someone ask me, is trading gambling? Where else in our lives do we have these circumstances that are gambling? So let's think about it. When you first decide to marry someone or be committed to someone, that, in my opinion, is one of the biggest gamble. When I got married to my husband, it was like, do I want to be married to this person for the rest of my life? So when choosing a partner, we are taking the biggest gamble of our lives because we are committing to spending the rest of our lives with this one person that we have only known for a little while. So it could be 2 months, 2 years, 12 years, but still it is a relatively small period of time compared to our entire lifespan. So you may know somebody for 2 years and you're planning to spend the rest of your 80 years with them. To me, that's a big gamble. Where else do we gamble in our life? Let's talk about our careers. Our careers, in my opinion, are the biggest gambles. We commit to going to school for years for a particular industry, to be in the financial industry or to be in the marketing world, and yet we don't know how that's going to play out. We don't even know if you're going to get a job in that industry, or what kind of money we're going to make, or what kind of career we will have in that industry. When you decide to have kids, that is one of the biggest gambles that I find. I have 2 children and I love my children. However, when you're taking that on, you don't know what kind of work you're committing yourself to, and yet we all take that gamble on. So is trading gambling? In my opinion, trading is not gambling. Just like all these other times when we take a risk, we need to take a calculated risk. In trading, we do need to take some sort of education. We cannot just embark upon a career without any kind of skills training. So if you were looking to become a pilot, you would go to flight school. You would not imagine flying a plane without any kind of training. So in Forex trading or any kind of trading, you do need to learn. So you can't just watch YouTube videos, or you can't watch YouTube videos of somebody flying a plane and think that you'll be able to fly a plane. Even if somebody gave you a video of all the instrumentation that was inside a twin-engine plane, you would still not be able to take that plane and tell what everything is, or even if you could say what everything was in the plane, you would still not know how to fly the plane. So just the same way, there is a lot of value in YouTube videos that are out there, my videos and other people's videos. There's some good training out there, but I do feel that very, very strongly that when you're embarking upon something, you do need some sort of training. So putting that in perspective, making sure that you do take that training, that's the first step. So this way you have the skill set that you need, so you're going into it with your eyes open. Another one is practice. Before you choose a partner, you should perhaps get to know them a little bit. We will go for dates with our trading career. So I say take that Forex tester or whatever trading back testing software you have, and take that on a bit of a ride. See what kind of a person the market is. Do some demo trading. Put small amounts of live money on the line so you get a feel for that person that is the market. That's a second thing. So you learn what you're doing, you take it for a spin. You wouldn't buy a car without going for a test ride. I would not. So take the market for a spin, do some demo trade, put some small trades in. That's another way to minimize the risk that you're taking. Third thing is, just like when a person wants to become a race car driver, they would not just go out with the biggest, baddest car they can find, because just driving that car will give you a heart attack. My brother has a Lamborghini, and he decided to take me for a spin in it, and he suggested that I drive. And I was driving this big Lambo in a very, very slow speed, and he was literally laughing his head off and saying that I was driving his fancy car like a little old lady. And so I decided to show him what I could do, and I just gassed that thing, and oh my God, I thought I was gonna fly out of the car. So just like that, you would not want to go from driving like an old lady to this Lamborghini that can just melt your heart. And my face felt like it was gonna, my flesh felt like it was gonna fly off of my face. So you don't want to do that. And of course I could have crashed the car, because looking at him, once I put the brakes on, he almost had a heart attack. So the same way in trading, we wouldn't go from demo trading to trading a full big account, because the chances are really high that we could blow it all up accidentally, because we are not trained, we're not skilled in how to manage sticky situations. Next thing you want to do is you want to increase the size of your live account slowly, so that you understand how to manage slightly larger position size, so that when you come to that big position and you're sitting in a loss, you're able to cut the loss. Next thing is, you do know, or there will be times when you have planned everything, you have a proper trade plan in place, and you are taking the right trades, but market does something crazy, or something happens where everything goes to shit. What do you do then? That's another thing you need to plan for, because we know it's coming, and it's not a one-time thing. It keeps coming around and around. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It never goes away. You may push it aside, but again, it will come to haunt you. So we need to be prepared for those situations. We can never just think that those things will not happen. There will be different reasons for when we may have poor performance. It could be that we are not looking at the markets correctly, the markets are not behaving the way we expect them to, our analysis is wrong, or we are just not in the right mental state of mind where we are able to trade properly. You could have just had a fight with your spouse, and there you are trying to take a good trade, and you just keep getting into bad trades, and then now you're feeling even worse, because not only did you fight with your spouse, but you also are getting mad at the markets, and you want to go choke somebody. So those are the situations that will happen, and what do we do about them? So we need to be prepared, we need to be aware of them, and we need to know those things are going to happen. So we need to have a set of criteria for entering and exiting trades, and also realizing when we are not performing at our best, and we need to know how to mitigate that situation. What do we do when we are doing that? So my suggestion, of course, is to stop trading, get out of your trades, walk away, clear your mind, and then come back to your trading with a fresh set of eyes. So those are some of the things, as we have seen. In my opinion, trading is not gambling. Trading is a calculated risk that we take, and most of the times when you're working as a full-time trader, those things play out, and you know how to manage your downside, you know how to look at the market, how to evaluate the situation, how to analyze the trades and the markets, and then you take trades based on your risk criteria, the best trades that you can find, a strong strategy that you implement, and then you execute them well. Those are some of the things that it takes to become a successful trader. And of course, manage your downside, your psychology, control your emotions, and when you know you can't control your emotions, walk away. Those are all the different things that we have to take into account when we are trading as professional traders. So just like anything else, just like finding a spouse or a partner, we make the commitment and then we live with our decision. So when things are not going so great, when the honeymoon period has worn off, what do? You do little things day in, day out that keep the relationship strong. And so it's the same thing with trading as well. You do little things day in, day out that keeps your trading career going and keeps you on the right path, so that the reasons that you decided to start trading still stay intact, and you're able to fulfill those dreams or desires that you had when you started trading. So that's all for me for today. You guys have a wonderful trading week, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us today. With much gratitude, your show host, Raman Gill.